Once upon a time, on Christmas Eve, old Ebenezer Scrooge sat busy on her counting house.
Scrooge was a squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner, a hard-hearted miser.
On this evening, the office of Scrooge and Marley was shrouded in cold, bleak, biting weather. External heat and cold had little influence on Scrooge.
No wind that blew was bitterer than she.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy...
Merry Christmas, humbug! Be gone, you miserable little beggars. Take your infernal Christmas carols and get away from my door.
Sorry, man. Merry Christmas anyway, man.
And you, niece, what right have you to be merry? You're poor enough. Christmas? Bah, humbug.
Christmas a humbug, aunt. What right have you been dismissed about Christmas? You're rich enough. Don't be cross, aunt.
What else can I be, Fran, when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes with the Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Keep Christmas in your own way, niece, and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it, aunt.
Well, let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. Much good it ever has done you.
Christmas time is a good time, aunt, and though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good, and I said, God bless it.
God bless Christmas! Hoo-ha!
You there! Bob Cratchit, get back to work. Let me hear another sound from you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't be angry, aunt. Come, they're with us for Christmas dinner tomorrow. James would love to see you.
James? Oh, yes, your husband. Why did you marry against my will?
Because I fell in love, Aunt Ebenezer.
Because you fell in love with a man as penniless as yourself, Fran. Oh, good evening.
But you never visit before my marriage. I want nothing from you. I ask nothing for you.
Very well. Good evening.
Oh, I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, a Merry Christmas to you, Aunt.
Good evening.
And a Happy New Year.
Good evening. Mr. Cratchit, see my niece out.
This way, Mrs. Fan. And a Merry Christmas to you!
And to you and your family, Bob. How is Mrs. Cratchit and your children? And especially your youngest little boy?
Oh, Tim, ma'am. Tiny Tim. He's getting better. Thank you for asking. Happy Christmas! To see you, miss.
Good day, sir. Have I the pleasure of addressing Miss Scrooge or Miss Marley?
Mr. Marley, my partner, has been dead these 7 years. In fact, he died 7 years ago on this very night. I'm Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, well, at this festive season, Miss Scrooge, we seek charity for the poor and destitute.
You see, many thousands are in want of common necessities. Hundreds of thousands are in want of the simplest comforts, ma'am.
A few of us seek to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
Ah, you wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I support the prisons and workhouses. Let those who are badly off go there.
Oh, but many can't go there.
Yes, many would rather die.
If they would rather die, they had better do so and decrease the surplus population.
I see. So the firm of Scrooge and Marley declines?
It's enough for a woman to understand her own business and not interfere with other people's. Mine occupies me consistently. Good evening.
Very well, ma'am. You've made your views quite clear. Good evening to you.
Miss Scrooge? It's 7 o'clock, ma'am. And it is Christmas Eve.
So? I suppose you want all day tomorrow, eh, Mr. Cratchit? It's not fair. Why should I pay you a day's wages for no work?
'Tis but once a year, ma'am.
A poor excuse for picking a woman's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have a whole day. Well, Be here all the earlier the next morning, Mr. Cratchit.
Oh, I will, ma'am. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, indeed.
Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern and walked home through the rolling fog and bitter cold.
She silently passed the urchins crowded round fires in the street, trying to keep warm.
The icy Scrooge trudged along through the dark streets, but just as she reached the door of her dismal house, she thought she heard something calling.
Scrooge! Ebenezer Scrooge!
It was the voice of his long-dead partner, Jacob Marley.
Whose ghostly face appeared on the door knocker.
Scrooge hurried inside, closed the door, and locked herself in. She double locked herself in.
She checked the sitting room, bedroom, lumber room, all as they should be.
Secured against surprise, Scrooge put on her dressing gown and nightcap and sat before the fire to take her gruel, when suddenly...
Someone's in the cellar. But the doors are locked. Double locked. Something is coming. Something is coming closer. It's outside my door. No, I won't believe it. It's humbug. Humbug, I say.
Scrooge! Ebenezer Scrooge!
Ah! How now? What do you want with me? Who are you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley. You don't believe in me, Scrooge. Why do you doubt your senses?
A disorder of the stomach makes them cheat. You're not a ghost. Whatever you are, humbug, I'll tell you,
Ah!
Ah! Mercy! I believe you! I believe you! I must! Oh, dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me? Why do spirits walk the earth? Why come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men. If that spirit does not go forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death, doomed to wander the world and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared. Ah!
You are chained, Jacob. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged for life, link by link, yard by yard. I am chained by cash boxes, keys, padlocks, ledgers. Witness the weight and length of strong chain you bear yourself, Scrooge. It is a ponderous chain.
I see no chain.
You shall, on the day of your death, mark me. No regret can make amends for one's life's opportunity misused.
But you are a good man of business.
Business? Ah! Mankind was my business. All longer was my business. And in that Christmas time that I suffer most.
I'm sorry for you, Jacob. Is there anything I can do?
For me, it is too late. But I have come to warn you of a hope and chance of escaping my fate. You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls 1. The second the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night at the last stroke of 12. Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Ah! Ebenezer, look out this window. That poor woman and her infant huddled on the doorstep below. Look, that you may see for your own sake.
Ghosts! Hundreds! Chained! Just like yourself! They surround the woman, but they're not haunting her. They're pleading. Doesn't she see them? Why do these ghosts lament, Jacob? Why do they wail?
They seek to aid her. They seek to do good in human matters, but have lost their power forever. They wail in unceasing torture and remorse. Beware this cruel fate, Ebenezer. Beware! 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 Ah!
Scrooge awoke. She was lying on her bed, still in her robe. Was Marley's visit a dream or not?
She decided it was a dream and nothing more.
But suddenly, the curtains of her bed were drawn aside, and Scrooge found herself face to face with the unearthly visitor who drew them.
It was a strange figure, like a child, yet not so like a child, like an old man.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
Your past. I come for your welfare. Rise and walk with me.
Out the window? But I am mortal and liable to fall.
Bear by the touch of my hand, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
As the words were spoken, they passed through the wall and stood upon an open country road with fields on either hand.
It was a clear, cold, winter day, with snow upon the ground.
Do you recognize this place, Scrooge?
Why, it's my old schoolhouse. But it wasn't a place of learning, more like a prison.
On Christmas Eve, the school is not quite deserted. A solitary child neglected by her friends is left there still, a lonely girl reading beside a paper fire. Do you know her?
Yes, I know. I am that child, alone. Oh, poor girl. Oh, I wish, but it's too late now.
Oh, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing. There was a girl singing a Christmas carol at my door last night. I should have given her something, that's all.
Let us see another Christmas, Ebenezer. Come. Come to another Christmas past, a celebration.
Fezziwig's warehouse! I apprenticed here! Why, it's old Fezziwig! Bless her heart, it's Fezziwig, alive again at one of her Christmas parties!
Yo ho there, Ebenezer. No work tonight, Christmas Eve. Join the fun. Merry Christmas, everyone. Come and dance.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Do you recognize yourself, Scrooge? A young woman with a twinkle in her eyes and the future before her. She looks so happy.
Oh, it was a marvelous party with cake and punch and cold roast and mince pies and plenty of beer. Look at old Fezziwig, how she dances. It's glorious. Ho ho, what a jolly time we used to have.
It was a small matter for old Fezziwig to make those silly folks so full of joy.
Small matter? Small indeed.
Is it so much that she deserves praise?
Bah, it's not that. It's not that, Spirit. Fezziwig has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service a pleasure or a toil. The happiness she gives is quite as great as if it costs a fortune. No. I should like to say a word or two to my clerk, Bob Cratchit, just now.
Scrooge, my time grows short. Quickly, several years later.
Bill, as handsome as ever.
A penniless boy who loved you, Scrooge.
And I him. It didn't matter that he had no dowry. We were so happy together.
Until your career with Jacob Marley came between you. As you gained, so you lost. Do you see yourself? You are older now. A woman in the prime of life. Your face has begun to wear the signs of care and avarice. Your eyes are greedy, the eager, restless eyes of a master.
No. Spare me this, not this, Spirit. No!
This ring is a beautiful gift, Ebenezer, but I realize I matter little to you, very little. To protect yourself from a hard and cruel world, you've become hard and cruel in response. I have tried to cheer and comfort you, but another idol has displaced me.
What idol could ever displace you, Bill?
You now worship a golden idol. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off, one by one.
I wanted security, Success! For you, Bill.
I see tenderness, not riches. Therefore, even though it is Christmas, I realize you from our engagement, with a full heart for the love of him you once were.
No, Bill, don't.
Dear Ebenezer, may you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Bill, no. Spirit, show me no more. Why do you torture me? Remove me. I cannot bear it. Haunt me no longer.
The whole scene disappeared, and Scrooge found herself, once more, alone, back upon her bed.
She drifted off to sleep, only to be awakened again by the stroke of one.
She gradually noticed a great blaze of ruddy light glowing from beneath the door.
Something was in the outer room.
Come in, Ebenezer Scrooge. Come in.
Scrooge opened the door and beheld her own sitting room transformed.
The walls and ceiling were so hung with evergreen that it looked a perfect grove.
And there sat a jolly giant, glorious to see. She bore a glowing torch shaped like Plenty's horn, and held it up, high up, to shed its light on Scrooge as she came peeping round the door.
Come in and know me better. I am the ghost of Christmas present. You never see the like of me before.
Spirit, take me where you wish. If you have anything to teach me, let me profit by it.
Very well. Touch my robe.
And instantly, they were transported to the streets of London on a bright Christmas day.
Presently, Scrooge and the Spirit came to Camden Town, to a humble house on a humble street.
Merry Christmas!
This is the home of my cleric, Bob Cratchit, his wife, and 6 children. Why are we here, Spirit?
Where's your father, Dan, and Tiny Tim?
Father is coming! Father!
Ah, Peter, Belinda, Mary, Paul, and Martha!
And how did little Tim behave at church, Bob?
As good as gold, Mother. And better, eh, Tim?
They sang ever so nice, Mother. I hope that people saw me in church. Because I'm a cripple, and it might be pleasant for them to remember on Christmas who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Bless you, my son. See, Mother? His heart is strong, and he will get better, I know it.
Oh, smell that goose! Hurrah, look! There was never such a goose, never!
Ooh!
All right, be seated. Here you go. Take your turn now. There's plenty of stuffing, dressing, and plum pudding for all of you. Martha, there. Be nice to Tiny Tim and make sure he eats plenty. He must get strong and well if anything should happen to him.
Oh, Mother, don't even think that. I'll see that he eats well. Here, Tim.
Quiet, please, quiet. Such a feast requires a Merry Christmas to us all. God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us. God bless us, everyone.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child would die.
No. Oh, no, kind Spirit. Say he will be spared.
Why? If he's to die, he had better do so and decrease the surplus population.
Oh. You use my own words against me.
Here's the punch, steaming hot. Take your turn. There's enough for a toast and one after that.
A toast to Christmas.
Here, I would like to propose a toast to Miss Ebenezer Scrooge, the founder of our feast. To Miss Scrooge!
What?
No, Father, please.
Not him.
The founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had Miss Scrooge here. I would give her a piece of my mind to feast upon. And I hope she would have a good appetite for it.
Oh, my dear, the children, it's Christmas Day.
I will drink to her health for your sake any days. Not for her. Long time of her. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. She will be very merry and very happy. I have no doubt.
Come, Ebenezer. There's more to be seen. Men who could keep Christmas in their hearts. Come.
Much they saw, and far they went, and many homes they visited, but always with a happy end.
In poorhouse, hospital, in jail and misery's every refuge, the spirit of Christmas left his blessing and taught Scrooge as he went.
Presently, they returned to London. And the ghost of Christmas present dissolved into the mist, and Scrooge stood alone upon the street.
As the stroke of midnight rang, Scrooge remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and lifting his eyes, he beheld the third spirit.
A solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming like a mist along the ground. Towards her.
Are you the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You are about to show me the shadows of things that have not yet happened, but will happen? Spirit, will you not speak to me? Ghost of the future. Oh, I fear you more than any specter I've seen. Lead on, the night is waning fast, and the time is precious to me. Spirit, why have you brought me here again? To Bob Cratchit's home. But it's different. So quiet. What is this, Spirit? What kind of Christmas is this?
Sorry I'm late, Mother. I was at the churchyard. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is. But you'll see it often. I promised him, I promised Tiny Tim that we'd walk there on Sundays. Oh, Bob. My little child. My Tiny Tim.
Oh, that's cruel. Cruel, Spirit. Can't you give me some ray of hope that I may change all of this? That Tiny Tim may live? Spirit, where are we now? Merciful heaven, the churchyard! Desolate, lonely, crumbling graves. Is poor Tiny Tim buried here? Tell me, Spirit, are these the shadows of things that will be, or are they the shadows of things that might be? Spirit, that gravestone to which you point, what is on it? Wait! The name on the grave is Ebenezer Scrooge! Ebenezer Scrooge! No! No, Spirit! Why show me this if I am past all hope? Am I to become like Jacob Marley? Like other wretched ghosts? Chained? Wandering the earth forever? No! Spirit, hear me. I'm not the woman I was. Tell me that I may change these dreadful shadows. I'll honor Christmas in my heart. I'll try and keep it all the year. I'll live in the past, the present, and the future, and not shut out the lessons they teach. I pray, please, Spirit, that I may sponge away the writing on this stone. I beg you, I'll change. I'll change. Please, I'll change. Why? What's this? My bedpost? I'm home? In my bed? In my own room? Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven and the Christmas spirits be praised! I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. I'm quite a baby. I'm as merry as a schoolgirl. I am as giddy as a drunken man. Oh, glorious light, fresh air. Ah, the windows. Why, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
And a Happy New Year, ma'am!
Boy, My fine fellow!
Today? Well, it's Christmas Day, ma'am.
Christmas Day! I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it, all in one night.
And so they had done it in one night.
Scrooge sent the boy to the poultry shop to buy their prize turkey and have it delivered to the Cratchit family as an anonymous gift.
Then the new Ebenezer Scrooge dressed herself all in her best and got out into the streets of London.
By this time, people were pouring forth, and Scrooge regarded all with a delighted smile and a hearty holiday greeting.
By chance, Ebenezer Scrooge came upon the charity seeker she had dismissed yesterday. But today, she apologized and made a large donation to their worthy cause, with many back payments included.
She continued on to the home of her niece, who was in the midst of her Christmas dinner with her husband and friends.
And so Ebenezer Scrooge rejoined her family and rejoined the family of man.
The next morning, she arrived early at her counting house to catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. But was Bob ever late?
The clock had struck 9. No Bob. 1:15. No Bob.
Finally.
Mr. Cratchit! What do you mean by coming in at this time?
I am very sorry, ma'am. I am behind my time. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, ma'am.
Bob Cratchit, I'll not stand for this sort of thing any longer. Therefore, I'm about to raise your salary.
Oh, please, ma'am. You're going to raise my salary? But ma'am.
Wait, no, Bob. I've not lost my senses. I've come to them. A Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas than I have ever given you for many a year. Sit down. We'll discuss your affairs over Christmas bowl of smoking bishop, Bob Cratchit. Merry Christmas.
Scrooge was better than her word,
She became as good a friend
As good a master.
and as good a woman as the good old city ever knew.
and to Tiny Tim,
Who did not die.
she became a second mother.
And it was always said that Ebenezer Scrooge knew how to keep Christmas well. May that be truly said of us, all of us.
And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, all through the holiday playhouse, not a creature is stirring that doesn't wish our radio audience a Merry, Merry Christmas!
This story was adapted and scored by Anthony E. Palermo.
If our little production has provided you with good cheer, then you have only to thank Charles Dickens.
The true founder of our feast and this fairy tale for all ages, especially our own.
This has been a very merry production of the
Drama Workshop!